imperative to inculcate a culture of fair play and transparency. Once again, I will quote again from Azam's speech. This is again in Chittagong on the 25th of March, 1948. And the Azam says, I quote, "Those days have gone when the country was ruled by the bureaucracy. It is people's government, responsible to the people, more or less on democratic lines and parliamentary practice. Make the people feel that you are their servants and friends. Maintain the highest standard of honor, integrity, justice, and fair play." Unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford any more failures as the custodians of public good and public trust. You have to work to the best of your abilities to perform public service. Yours is a great responsibility, I know. And I also know you are going through difficult times. You must ensure that this country gets not merely the ordinary routine services that you are bound to perform, but rather the very last ounce of selfless endeavors that you are capable of producing for your country. We attach great hopes with you, and I am confident that after attending this training program, you would be equipped with enhanced capabilities and commitment to fulfill our expectations. Now, before I conclude, I just want to make an announcement. The government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has sanctioned a grant of 50 million rupees for this campus. For the provision of a new officers' mess and the IT lab.
Thank you very much.
So I will present that check to you just now, in a way. I congratulate you, and I hope you will put that money to good use and use it for the development of the government servants. Actually, from my old experiences, I wanted to tell you one or two stories, but I think there's no time to do that.
Do share.
Very, very little time, because I had well, shall I call it a privilege or shall I call it an honor or of dealing with difficult situations in 2 or 3 times in my service. And I thought I'll just briefly mention it to you, because not that I want to praise myself, but it just happened. It just happened, and it's a fact. The first was when I was Assistant Commissioner in Ahmedabad in 1965. At that time, President Ayub Khan was the president. He was president of Pakistan. And his family belonged to Haripur. Unfortunately, his son-in-law, Najibullah Khan, he belonged to a village Pandak in Haripur. And he was very fond of acquiring land. He had some own land, but he wanted to expand his estate. So he started asking people for, he used to make an offer of buying somebody's land, adjacent land. If that was not agreed, then he would send money to them. If that money was returned, then he would send a tractor and till the land, and so on and so forth. And this went on. And he also was a very powerful man. His gunmen used to carry attested bail bonds, blank bail bonds, which were signed and sealed by a magistrate, but only the name was blank. There was no name of the person who was accused. So whenever his chaps used to be arrested, they would produce the bail bond, enter the name and get released immediately.
पेशावर में निगरान वज़ीर आला खैबर पख्तूनख्वा मोहम्मद आज़म खान तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे।